Welcome all to my poetry anthology. Have you read any good poems recently? Over the past week, I've taken time to ponder upon my quadrillion-dollar estate, thus inspiring me to express my pride in stanzas and figurative language. Allow me to introduce our first poem of the night, Standing on the World's Edge, by Amancio Metaphoricci, who is me. I've never stopped to wonder why my life has been successful. Poems aren't enough to keep a wealthy man in health. So recently I've taken time to find my own reflection and see how I've acquired all my famous immense wealth. It started, I believe, when I was just a tiny lad. My mother's tiny salary could ne'er support our needs. Alas, she always somehow paid all of our allowances, a compassionately noble act without a hint of greed. It was from that endless kindness that I learned to help humanity. One cannot acquire wholesome wealth without a cause. Caring for others has truly been the hearth of my economy, as philanthropy donations help establish righteous applause. I originally wrote this poem with a rhyme scheme that supports the light-hearted fun of having a ton of money. Yet, I was sure to use the sincere vocabulary of reflecting upon a kind, memorable moment. It was my mother who showed me the kindness that I've built my entire career on. I tried my best to demonstrate her compassion with the rhythm of the poem. If only she could see where I am now. Anyways, I'm not the only poet that's successful in life. There is more to wealth than just financial value. Here is a classic sonnet from William Shakespeare himself. So am I as the rich, whose blessed he can bring him to his sweet locked-up treasure, the which he will not every hour survey, for blunting the fine point of seldom pleasure. Therefore there are feasts so solemn and so rare, since seldom coming in the long year set, like stones of worth they thinly placed are, or captain jewels in the carcanet. So is the time that keeps you as my chest, or as the wardrobe which the robe doth hide, to make some special instant special blessed, by new unfolding his imprisoned pride. Blessed are you whose worthiness gives scope, being had to triumph, being lacked to hope. Shakespeare uses metaphors to convey that he feels incredibly honored and spoiled by his love for his mysterious sweetheart. He compares his limited time with her to a beautiful holiday feast or a necklace of jewels. Perhaps this was the 16th century's most important long-distance relationship. Shakespeare really loves this girl. The times he has to wait to see her are agonizing for him. But the sheer pleasure and wealth he gets from their meetings is enough to keep them in love. I remember being young in love. In fact, I just so happened to write a poem about it. More Than Riches, by Amancio Metaphoricci. Like the calmest winds, our time together is a light-hearted heaven. You mean more to me than dollars, cash, brilliant jewels. I'd trade all for you. Our conversations never cease to amaze me. Inspirational. A 3-lined poem is nowhere near enough for my gratitude. You know how whenever you write a haiku, you phonetically count the syllables of it, like, 5, 7, 5, stuff like that? The intense concentration of writing a haiku is much like the love I felt for my first wife. A peaceful breeze on a nice evening brings about the same calming emotions conversations with her had. Personally, if I didn't have $1 quadrillion but still had her, I wouldn't mind. Oh, Speaking of which, it looks like it's time for our regularly scheduled commercial break. I'll see you lovely viewers in a moment. Got a blast.
Closed captioning for Family Guy is brought to you in part by...
And now, for a mere $2.99, you can get your hands on the Guy's Spicy SoundCloud collection.
To watch as our fathers, our mothers, our brothers end up in furnaces.
Never. Welcome back to my poetry anthology. Poetry isn't just about emotional fancy people reciting an exact format. People often forget that works of art or music can count as poetry. I just so happened to listen to the radio yesterday when I found a song that I can deeply relate to, that moved through my mind like a smooth haiku. I present to you a selection from Price Tag by Jessie J and B.O.B. Seems like everybody's got a price. I wonder how they sleep at night. When the sale comes first and the truth comes second, stop for a minute and smile. Why is everybody so serious? Acting so damn mysterious. Got shades on your eyes and your heels so high that you can't even have a good time. Everybody look to the left. Everybody look to the right. Can you feel that? Yeah, we're paying with love tonight. It's not about the money, money, money. We don't need your money, money, money. We just want to make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. Ain't about the cha-ching, cha-ching. Ain't about the bubbling, bubbling. Want to make the world dance. Forget about the price tag. Jessie J uses onomatopoeia and repetition to bring about a lighthearted tone to the piece. It's hard to say bubbling, bubbling without laughing, which is entirely the point of it being written, to show that a person's personality traits and sense of humor is much more important than any financial value they have. Of course, this is just a selection of the song, but the rest of the lyrics support the theme. Jessie prioritizes the truth and having fun over having money, which is an honorable attribute she hopes to inspire others with. She excites her audience with an energetic track that does have a moral within it. However, Jessie J isn't the only person who prefers love to literal cash value. Here's a poem simply titled Wealth by Langston Hughes. From Christ to Gandhi appears this truth. Saint Francis of Assisi proves it too. Goodness becomes grandeur, surpassing might of kings. Halos of kindness brighter shine than crowns of gold, and brighter than rich diamonds sparkles the simple dew of love. Hughes explains that having kindness and caring for others is much more important than social status or expensive possessions. Simply being a good person is better than all those combined. He compares this sentiment to Christ, Gandhi, and St. Francis, all individuals with compassionate, philanthropic attitudes who did not own the precious materials of kings. The kind individuals could sparkle like kind angels. In essence, Hughes is showing that wealth is not just financial value, but a wholesome kindness that is more important than any physical or material strength. I must say that I wholeheartedly agree with many of the poets I've featured here tonight. Philanthropy, kindness, love, and a sense of humor will always be more important than a quadrillion-dollar estate. However, it's hard to find poems that share the unbridled joy that money can bring to a person. Of course, being a good person is more important, but who can deny that being rich is fun in its own right? I will finish this episode on a lighter tone with my latest poem, Money is Pretty Epic, by Amancio Metaphoricci. Given the choice between riches and love, of course I would go with the latter. But one can't deny the pure pleasure it brings to live life with cash amidst all formal matters. I bought all of the gadgets my kitchen can carry, got 600 species in my sanctuary, own several companies, a butler named Larry, and books filled with poems fill my huge library. Bill Gates and Mark Zuck cannot outrich me. They are rather nice, but I'd rather be the richest, most kind-hearted man on the face of the earth, on the depths of the land, always accepting a rich outstretched hand to those folks in need, all part of my plan. Why not pay the national debt? I must go. Take care of my pets. I'm off to France to buy a baguette.
I don't really care if you cry. I don't really should've never lied. Should've saw the way she looked me in my eyes. She said, baby, I am not afraid to die. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. All my friends are dead. Push me to the edge. Phantom, that's already. Is that alright? Let's go do your right.
I'd trade all for you. And the washing machine went off. What the